This is why England is the best place on planet Earth, because name me another country that has food that looks better than this.
The UK system is designed to keep single mums poor. What I said? Someone I know, a single mum on universal credit, finally gets a job, only 10 hours a week, because that's all she can fucking do.
What in the cost of living, broken Britain bollocks is this again? Anchor. 750 grams, 708. How the fuck is Anchor right behind Lurpak?
Guess how much this costs? Look, all this, look. I had to blink my eyes a couple of times to see where is it, £12. That is mental, innit? Bloody hell. Rip off Britain, bro.
I don't like to moan, guys, you know me. But I thought I'd get myself some biscuits to have with my coffee. Back at a club, you know. Used to have a big pound sign on it, didn't it? £1. £2.49. Was it me? Am I just being a tight cunt? Or is it just fucking rip off Britain yet again?
Fucking rip off cunts. Was £1.95, now £1.56. Did he want to sell this shit? Or would he rather fucking throw it in a bin? I'd fucking buy it, but it's fucking good.
I'm sorry, mate. Is anybody seeing actually these prices for that?
Right, so you guys wanted to see what a grocery haul looks like that goes towards a £2,000 a month grocery bill. I'm down aisle 3 and the total is £72.22. How? I'm literally going to end up with 3 bags of shopping here and I don't understand why. Every 4 days I'm spending at least 200 quid doing a big shop. Just look at that receipt. But my crisp cupboard is full, so is my fridge, but that's literally all I've got for 200 quid to last 4 days.
Dare you. This is pasta, beans and cheese. Even gonna add seasoning. That's how you know it's gonna be a classic. Pepper, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, just a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt. Whenever a boyfriend of mine has come over in the past, this is normally the meal that I cook them. And they normally leave afterwards and they don't normally text me again. I think it's because they're so intimidated by my cooking that they actually can't comprehend that they've got someone so amazing in their life. But for the taste test. Oh. Not even joking around. Really good combination. The cheese blends lovely with the pasta, with the beans. It's really incredible.
Food and heating are literally like on another level, aren't they? We are in debt with our gas and electric probably around £3,000 now. Now we moved into our house. It will be 5 years September this year, and ever since we moved in we've been paying £250 a month gas and electric, right? And for some reason that was just not cutting it. Apparently they said that we just weren't paying enough, so we've just got in debt with it. Now, at the moment, we're paying £305, and that's like chipping away at the debt a little bit. There may be something wrong with my heating, I'm not sure.
Welcome to Blighty Blighted, your daily reminder that eating in Britain now requires a payday loan. Let's talk about the rip-off food prices in the United Kingdom, because they've gone from cheeky to criminal to performance art. You go into the supermarket for a few bits and come out £60 lighter with a bag that looks like you've just started. Bread, milk, eggs, the old basics, now priced like collector's items. I bought grapes the other day that needed insurance. Meat's outrageous. Cheese is guarded like gold. Olive oil is now a controlled substance. And don't get me started on fruit. Imagine I picked up a pair of melons. Look at these melons. £5 each. At that price, I expect at least a cuddle and dinner first. Honestly, I nearly blushed at the label.
What in the cost of living crisis, Morrison's price hike? Rachel Reeves did the maths on this one, and I'm tagging TD. Bullshit is this. You know how sometimes you go to your supermarkets and they do like the cafe and they do some really good breakfast. In fact, I used to work in Tesco's when I was 18 on the breakfast bar, the food bar. Anyway, check this out. So you can get a full English breakfast, veggie breakfast, even a vegan breakfast. £7 each. Or if you buy two, it's £15. So if I buy two separate, it's 14. But if I go for their offer, it's 15. Make it make sense. I'm hoping this is just a typo. Because fucking hell, if Morrison's are that hard up, we're all done.
So parents, they now get fined for taking the children out of school during term time, even though flights during the official school holidays are often double the price. Take them out in term time, you get fined. Take them out during the holidays, you go broke. Apparently, the rules are there to improve attendance and, of course, protect education, which is fair enough in principle. But it does leave some families with impossible choices. Pay significantly, more to travel at the approved time, or face a fine for going when it's affordable. For many, it's about not avoiding school, it's about what they can realistically pay. Supporters say it's consistency, it's improvement. But the important thing here, critics say the system doesn't always reflect the real world costs. Either way, it's another example of how timing can turn into a financial decision rather than just a practical one. Don't you agree?
So, I'm not one to complain. I just kind of get on with things, you know? But I have to admit I'm shocked. And ultimately, what the fuck is going on, UK? Because I just spent £52, £60 with delivery for a standard amount of items. And it is shocking how little there is for £52. Let me show you. Right, so this is one of those things I could have got a cheaper brand than Weetabix and so on and so forth, right? My son is 11 and a half months old. He's like 9 teeth. He loves Weetabix first thing in the morning. I like Weetabix first thing in the morning. So it's a mega pack. Hair gel, you have to be smart, folks. Right now, I've got bedhead, but, you know. Noodles. Nice to have noodles in the house. Quick, cheap, cheerful. My missus loves them. I like them. It is what it is. Over here, we have 4 quarter pounders and ribs. They're not even the best quarter pounders, not even the best ribs. Behind it here then is a medium chicken, bacon, McCain chips, some Actimels, 2 Greek yogurts for my son, spinach. We have milk, burger buns, and an 8-pack of Coca-Cola. And that's it. That's it. £52 for all of that. Now, I don't know about you, but fuck my life. That's expensive.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
When did Primark get so expensive? I remember it being a place where, you know, if you were short a few bob, you'd go there, get a pair of jeans, vest tops or boxer shorts, and they were quite cheap. A few quid. You know, if you don't have that money, you can get a hoodie there, you can get a jacket there even, and you spend about a tenner. Yeah, 10 to 15 quid I used to with a fake leather. I remember it was bad. It looked good as well. It lasted for a bit, man. It lasted for like a year or, no, maybe 2 years that lasted before it got rips in there because it's bad quality and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, what happened to that?
This is a scary tactic in the UK. Sorry, this is a scary statistic in the UK. Cost of living crisis laid bare as almost half of Britons have under £25 left at the end of the week. The majority of UK adults forced to make difficult choices, with almost 2/3 found to be cutting back on essentials like food and heating. We've always said that it's fuel or food choices. It's getting so hard in Britain. I mean, about, say, 4 years ago, a rent of a 3-bedroom semi in a bed area up here was about £450, £550. Now, now £850 on a 3-bedroom ex-council house on a bad area. £850 a month, and people earning minimum wage don't earn a lot. Can you imagine with food and gas, electricity? Yeah, £25 left at the end of the week.
I had a genuine mental breakdown yesterday in Starbucks whilst I was meeting my friend for a coffee, and I'm not afraid to admit that I am someone who wears my heart on my sleeve and still trying to find my footing in the beauty industry. Now, I do believe sometimes that you have to hit rock bottom to get that wake-up call that you need to just start putting things into action, to really start making things happen for yourself. And after having like a really emotional chat yesterday with my friend, I then went home and was like, right, it's enough now. Like, if you're only a couple of years into the beauty industry or you're just starting out, you'll know sometimes it's hard to find the direction or the steps that you need to take in order to get to where you want to be. There's not really a path that's paved out for you. It's all a lot of trying things, a lot of different ideas and seeing which works. And I have good months, I have really good months, I have some really bad months, and I'm really focusing on this year, like trying to get the consistency there and be fully booked as much as possible, if not all the time. I basically went home yesterday and I just put a business plan into action, and ChatGPT was my best friend. Like, if you are not using ChatGPT in today's world and you work in this industry specifically, it is so helpful. Like, it literally made me like a plan of what to do for the next however many months, and it's just been so helpful. So came home yesterday, basically set up a business plan, started making a lot of content, started being intentional with the content I'm making and actually posting certain things for a reason, not just posting things because I feel like that's what I enjoy or what I'm good at, like posting the things that I don't necessarily enjoy talking about, or you know, just getting shit done. So basically I came home yesterday, did all that, and I've added 17 new clients to my diary for this week, just between the mental breakdown yesterday and now. Just think there is something to be said for like literally hitting rock bottom and feeling like you need help, like you don't know where to get it from. You just need something to give, you need a sign, you need someone to tell you this is for you, it's gonna work. I literally said to my friend yesterday, like, I just need the universe to give me a sign that I'm in the right job and I'm doing the right things, because I love my job, I know that I'm good at my job, but that doesn't always translate into the income that I need to sustain, you know, living in this economy. Also, skin flex. So yeah, I guess like the point of this big ramble is don't be afraid to show people that you're struggling, and if you are, then just know that you're not on your own, and there's people like me out there that are also struggling, and social media isn't everything. We might look like we're living our best lives on social media, but behind closed doors we're still trying to make ends meet and, you know, still trying to get bills paid. So let yourself feel the emotions, but then get back on the horse. Go and use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is really going to help you, it really is. Go use ChatGPT, ask it the questions you need to know, put a game plan together, and then wake up every morning with your intentions purposely set towards the goals that you've got. Like my friend said yesterday, if you've got goals but they're just written down as a list, like it's just a list. Like you need to wake up and work with intention each day towards them goals. And today, after what happened yesterday and coming home and crying more to my boyfriend, I genuinely came home last night, set up loads of things, started writing a manual for one of my courses that I'll be releasing, and then also woke up this morning feeling so much better than I did yesterday, because in my mind, like I have like a plan for the next few weeks and next couple of months, and I know which direction to move forward in. I know what I need to focus on. I just thought this might be really relatable for anyone that's in my position, who's really trying to just make a life for themselves but on their own. Happy Tuesday, get back on the horse.
Can someone tell me who is actually shopping in Sainsbury's? What is the demographic? I feel like it's rich people. I just went into Sainsbury's. I'm not one of these people that score all those cards, right? I don't have an X card, I don't have a club card for Tesco. But what they do, they're sneaky buggers. What the like club card price says, or the Nectar price says, that is what the real price is. And they just like to make you think that you're saving money by saying, oh, if we have this card, then it's cheaper. No, right? But then us little twerps out here who just pop in just to like pick up a few things. Okay, I bought some like, you know, fruit, like kefir, yogurt, ham, cheese. £95. £95 I just spent in here. I don't know how much it would have been if I had the Next card, but I feel like I need to get a Next card. Or, and a club card for Tesco. Because this is ridiculous. The price on food is just... it's astronomical. Like, how are we living? How are we living? I just bought all stuff. I've just got I had to come here, see, because they got an Argos in here and I was picking up my NutriBullet to make smoothies for my gut. Yeah, so they got the Ninja on sale, the smoothie maker. I think it's usually £60 and it was £30. But yeah, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it just kept going up and up and up, and I was like, whoa. Didn't even get bread. Like, I was just looking at the prices and I was like absolutely stunned. But yeah, my auntie and uncle always shopped in Sainsbury's. I don't know whether that was because they do have money or it was their closest shop, but I wonder if they still shop there now, because I can't see them being happy with that. It's just crazy. Food prices are just terrible. But yeah, should I get one? How do I get one? Like, I feel like they should give you the option at the end of your purchase, if you shop and you don't have one, to like have one and then add the points on that you've just spent in there. So yeah.
£2.69 for fuck all.
Required till 5.
Fucking £7.15 for just meat, beef on its own. But then cheaper for beef and pork. £2.69. What fucking for?
Required till 5.
What for? 60% less packaging. There's 60% less fucking meat and all.
Right, here we go again. Labour middle class values against lower class consequences. Part 2, I think. My brain doesn't work very well. The green consequences. Yeah? We need to reduce our carbon footprint. We need to discourage the use of cars. But we need to encourage the use of cycling. We have a climate responsibility. Now there's a can of worms. Right, we'll just go on to Labour. A Labour mayor introduced ULEZ, a clean air charge. The only people it really affected were people that can't afford to buy new cars. The only people it affected was because automatically any car that was ULEZ compatible doubled in price overnight, and people just couldn't afford to buy cars. There was nothing around for them. So it's only affecting the lower class, really. And it hasn't really done much good anyway. I live literally just outside ULEZ, yeah? I have a 2012 car, yeah? That the government give me a discount on my road tax because of how clean it is. But it's going to cost me £12.50 to go and visit my family graves. Yeah?
People are getting higher fuel bills. You know, petrol's gone up, diesel's gone up, to pay for the green consequences. Electricity and gas have gone up to pay for the green consequences. And it's all right for the middle class because they can afford it more. I'm not saying they're going to be struggling. They may have to change their brand of ice cream, but they can afford it more. They can absorb it a little bit. Lower class, I say lower class, but some people look at what money they've got left to see if they've got enough money to feed. Yeah? I'm not saying that they're poor, they're not. They are not in poverty. But, yeah, it's the consequences, yeah? Some people think there's heating restrictions because they can't afford to pay their heating bills. Yeah, I know about that one because they wanted to put mine up for a 2-bedroom house from £140 a month to £230 a month. Yeah? Bloody ridiculous for a 2-bedroom house. Put a padlock on all the light switches. I mean, I've gone round, I've changed everything to LED, I've done everything I can. I turn the heating off at 6 o'clock at night and things like that. Still wanted to put it up all in one go. And there's also fewer affordable vehicles on the road that you can use. Because they come up with this idea around this area. Oh, you can part exchange all your non-LEZ vehicles and stuff like that and get money off buying a brand new one. And it just meant that there was less vehicles on the road that people can afford to buy. There are no affordable vehicles around now. If someone's got a car to sell, it ain't going to be cheap. Or what some people would say cheap enough. Yeah. Don't need it to drive into London. Just need it to drive to the shops and back. And don't take it a bus when you've got 2 kids with you and everything like that. Yeah. So that's just another one of Labour's middle class values. And you can't tell me that ain't Labour. You can't blame the Conservatives for that one because it's a Labour mayor that done it.
Come and see what I spent £103 on 3 days food for my big family. And I know a few of you are going to go, we know you've got a big family. Well, not everyone that sees this will know I've got a big family. All right. Right, let's get to it. So, dinner this evening, the children chose chicken nuggets. So I've got 2 packs of chicken nuggets. Smiley faces, do you know what? Fun fact, my children have never had smiley faces. They did have to ask for chips, but I saw these and I thought, do you know what? Let's give them a whirl and a twirl and let the children have a whirl and a twirl with those. I got myself some mango and berries for like a light lunch one day. I got some ham for Curtis's sandwiches. I got some breakfast yogurts. I say breakfast yogurts because they're fruity, and for dessert yogurts we always get something kind of chocolatey or like this. So I got these actually. These are chocolate hazelnut ones. I got 3 of these because obviously by the time they all have one, I need 3 packets for them to have it for 2 nights dinner. Desserts. So I got myself a piece of salmon for dinner this evening, and then Guy will probably have the other one for breakfast tomorrow morning. So there's another one of the arrows. And then they wanted corn on the cob with them, so I got corn on the cob with them. I got myself a little cheeky piece of pineapple. I just saw it and it was like, take me own give. So tomorrow we're going to have a curry. So I got 8 mini garlic coriander naan breads. I got the children some sweets for after school if they're good. Like each day. I got this to go with my salmon this evening. So I'm a gastric bypass patient, guys. I've lost 16 stone, so my eating habits are all over the shop. So these are green medley. So you've got your greens and your broccoli and your peas in there. Yes, I could have done it cheaper if I did it myself, but it's just for me. Toothpaste, if you know, you know. Sorry, delivery at the door. Some onions. And then a bathroom cotton fresh. Fun fact, I like these in all the rooms, not just bathrooms. And then Mrs. Hinch has got some. They were 3 for £5.90 or something like that. So I got the Enchanted Wildflower one as well. Really, really nice. I got some Febreze for my sofas. Then I saw these Halloween treats, 40 for £3.48. So I got those for the children after school. I got 2 of these. This was on offer as well. I saw it and I need to renew the one that's in the lounge anyway. Dove hand soap. I can't stand any other hand soap because it just goes bitty all over the sink and I can't stand it. Dove doesn't seem to do that. And I love the smell. Right, some Minky cloths. You guys know how much I love Minky. Then Domestos is the only bleach I flipping love. I absolutely love it. Black bags. A watermelon for a breakfast one morning. Some oranges. We all are absolutely obsessed. Some bananas. Just for general fruit. I got myself some Pink Ladies. The children like the other apples, red. I think they're called Gala or something like that. I prefer the Pink Ladies, so I always get myself some Pink Ladies, but they've got some apples left, so I didn't get them any. I got some tomato puree for the curry tomorrow. Some more oranges because we all are obsessed. Oh, where are you going? Obsessed with oranges. Right, Mr. Kipling, what are you doing? Because you're so expensive. However, I found these for like £1.32. So everybody eats these. They won't last very long, but I got 3 packs because lately when I've been looking at them, they're very, very expensive. Nut selection. We all love nuts in this house. So I got some nut selection and we all know how good that is for our health. Fairy liquid. I got 4 avocados for a breakfast to have on some seedy bread and some poached eggs or fried eggs, however they want the eggs scrambled, whatever. So that's probably tomorrow's breakfast. We'll see how the wind takes us if the children want that. I got some peppers for our curry tomorrow. I got some grapes to put on the table today because yes, they've got the corn on the cob with their dinner, but I really love my children to eat enough fruit and veg, so I'm just going to put some grapes on the table for them to pick at as well. Some more grapes because we all love grapes, and then some grapes for a breakfast. So lots of grapes. I love the smell of this, and it's just so I can wet dust around the house. You know, all like the door handles and going up the stairs and everything like that. Some tomato puree, some garlic puree for the curry. Some more of that smelly greasy flu. I got 2 massive milks because my children will go through that in 2 days easily. They absolutely love milk. I did get some cereal because mornings are very hectic at the moment. I do love to cook for my family every single morning, but school run is taking me around an hour to do. It's really, really hectic. So on those mornings that we sleep in a little bit, convenience for convenience. So I got some chocolate squares and then I got some cocoa snaps. More bits incoming. I saw these last minute actually. 10 Coca-Cola Zeros. For me, the guys already got some Coke. They were on offer like £3.48 or something. Very, very cheap. I got the children and guys some cherry and berry squash. Seedy bread for the breakfast one day, and for Curtis to take to school with his sandwiches. I got myself some Ribena. I love Ribena, but the children don't seem to really go for it. But yeah. So that'll last me absolutely ages. I got some more eggs because I've got eggs in at the moment, but obviously I got some more eggs. And all of that was £103. No, £100 and 3 pence. As ever, guys, thanks for watching.
So what's wrong with women eating chicken and chips? There seems to be a narrative that women should not be eating chicken and chips recently. Have you seen that TikTok video? There's been a few. I'm not going to lie to you, chicken and chips was never a thing growing up in Wales, but when I came to London for uni, me and my friends always ordered chicken and chips. Not ordered, we went to a chicken shop. After the clubs. And sometimes not even after the club, sometimes just on a regular day. So chicken and chips was a big thing for me in uni. We want the chips super salty. And this is from Morley's. Which I think is better than KFC. I do think KFC is overrated and also too oily. Oh no, I've not been squeezing them. Squeezing the oil out. Was chicken and chips a thing with where you grew up? Or at a certain point in your life? Like, it just was not a thing in Wales at all. It might be now, but not when I went there for school. Right, I'm gonna get that piece of tissue. Oh yeah, I've had so many wings already. There's 5 left. That means this is my 4th one. I was really craving this. When was the last time I had it with you? I feel like ages. Damn, this is so good. And they did not flop in giving me all flat wings. I'm getting full now. Where's my 5th wing? So anyway, how was that for a chicken and chips mukbang by a girl? Yum. Okay, I think I'm done now. I still have the apple pie. Since I haven't had an apple pie from you-know-who for a good 2 years or more. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having a good dinner and I'll see you soon for dessert. Can I have that now? Kind of don't want it to get colder, but I can air fry this, right? Anyway, peace.
Guys, I am literally shooketh. I have just nearly had a heart attack in W.H. Smith's, right? Last night, Tilly announces that she needs a scientific calculator. I've thought we've done everything for school, you know, uniform, shoes, PE kit, trainers, all the things, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh, what about my stationery? Yeah, fair dues, I forgot she needs a calculator, new pencil case, a little bit of basic stationery. So I'm like, well, that's fine, we'll pop to W.H. Smith's. Just look. This is the price of stationery in WH Smith's. And before anyone says that's just the brands, wait till the end of the video, because on my way home, I popped into Aldi for some corn on the cobs, and out of pure nosiness, I popped to their little bit of back to school stationery to check out the price difference, and you will see the price difference. What the hell is this? Right guys, this is not just me being tight, is it? Look at the prices of these, like £12.99 for a pack of 3 or 4 pens. Some of them said half price on, but even the 50% off price was like twice as much as you would expect to pay. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Who is paying this? £1.49 for an individual biro. They used to be about 12p. £4.49 for one of the individual clicky down multiple colour pens. 26 quid for felt tips. My eyes were on stalks. Who on earth is paying this price? They even had some of them on like a 3 for 2 offer. Now I'm thinking 3 for 2. I'd want 20 for 2 at these prices. Like, who on earth is paying it? And as I said before, it's not just the brands, because when I went over to Aldi, there was loads of similar brands or same brands, like a minuscule amount of the price. And I didn't even film half of it. There was pencil cases that were like over a tenner. The rubbers were like £4, rulers a couple of quid each. Honestly, my eyes were absolutely on stalks. When I went over to Aldi, there was, I think, a pack of highlighters or markers was like £1.59. These are Sharpies and Papermates, like £1.99. So what's WH Smith's excuse? This was a little stationery set I picked up. That whole thing was £2.69, and then the pencil cases were 2 quid.
Since when did you have to get a mortgage to get a fucking McDonald's these days? Fuck me, I've just been for a breakfast. Check out the price. Fucking £10.80 for 2 double sausage McMuffins and a Coke. Since when did it cost you so fucking much? Honestly, I've never known it to be so, like, fuck, I nearly had a heart attack when he told me. Remember when you used to get a McDonald's, like, you get 2 sausage egg McMuffins, a fucking Coke, hash browns, and you pay under a £5. You're paying over a tenner now. It's fucking ridiculous. Seriously, these takeaways are getting mental. Anyone else finding it? They're going out, getting himself a Chinese or something, expecting like 2 meals or something, and a couple of cans of pop, and you're thinking, oh, it'll only be about 20 odd quid like it used to be, and it's fucking like 45 quid. You're like, what the fuck? And it's like fucking £18 a meal. You're paying restaurant prices at a fucking takeaway. It's going absolutely insane. Can't afford to eat out anymore.
So this week we found out about 3 shocking salaries being paid to bank bosses. NatWest's Paul Thwaite agreed a pay deal of $6.6 million for this year. Lloyds Bank's Charlie Nunn was paid almost $7.5 million last year. And Citigroup's Jane Fraser was paid an eye-watering nearly £30 million as a bonus last year on top of her regular salary. This was made possible partly because the cap on bankers' bonuses and pay, which was put in place after the 2008 financial crash caused by the banks, has been lifted in the mistaken belief, it seems, that what we need in this country is more rich people. I disagree. I think what we need in this country is for working class people to get a fairer share of the pie. But that is not what is happening. We are seeing a shocking rise in food bank use by people in work. So people with jobs who are choosing between heating and eating, who are skipping meals and using food banks just to feed their families. But it doesn't have to be this way. This is a political choice. The proportion of this country's wealth, which goes on wages, has stayed pretty much steady for the last few decades. What has changed in whose pockets it's ending up in? The top rate of tax paid by the highest earners has been slashed nearly in half again in the last few decades. So the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. This is not a cost of living crisis. This is an inequality crisis, and we deserve better.
I got just over £4,000 this month as a mum on Universal Credit, and before you start, that is not spending money, it is support from the government. Now, this whole figure includes my rent, my childcare, literally everything for my kids and myself. And childcare alone was nearly £2,000. So that is practically half of that money gone straight away purely on childcare. So unfortunately, this month I will not be going on holiday. I will not be booking a holiday. Now, when people hear £1,000 mark figure, they automatically just assume that that's to be blown up the wall, and unfortunately it isn't to be spent, well, not on silly stuff anyway, but do you know what I mean? And if it does sound a lot to you, I think that says more about the wages in this country than what it does about me. And I'm not embarrassed at all, because I am raising children and this is just the world that we live in at the minute.
So even dental emergencies are too expensive for the middle class poor. For those of us in the middle, you know, you're only one incident away, a dental issue, someone scratching or hitting your car, a roof leak, a window problem, a breakage in a house, from having serious and considerable cash flow issues. And everyone talks about the rich, yes, we attack them, and everyone talks about the poor, and of course we should care, and sort of the elderly who are coming into the cold, and we all are starting to feel the pain of the AI, job cuts, and the bad decisions of Rachel Reeves, but not enough people are talking about the middle class. And it's the middle class that are going to have to pick up the bill and continually get squeezed as the rate and the cost of everything skyrockets. They already dedicated themselves to 9-to-5s and corporate roles and are fixed in their ability to be productive and earn, yet and still are the ones getting hit the most. Typical example, on LinkedIn, once upon a time, a lot of roles that were advertised, in fact, most of the roles were advertised, competing to welcome you in as someone who could work from home. Now, everybody's expecting hybrid. Everybody. And if you're not fortunate enough to live one stop away from your office or to ride a bicycle into the office, if you live further away in the stick, every year, I think recently it was a 2% increase in transport. So how much is it going to cost you now from your fixed salary, having worked from home for a long period of time, to actually succeed and pay and afford to get into work? It's a serious problem. And that's just one of them. So you're having to go back into the work. You're probably going to have to get yourself more childcare.
So I went to Sainsbury's today and I cannot believe how much my shopping cost me. I bought some new pyjamas, which they were £20, that's fine. And then I've gotten like fresh berries, some other fresh fruit. I've gotten a couple of little children's meals. They were £3 each. And then a few other bits, and some of the bits that I picked were like, you know, the purple stickers and it says nectar price. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll get the, save a little bit of money here and there. And I got to the till and I thought, oh God, this is going to be about 50 quid. £97? And I'm absolutely shocked. I can't believe how much it costs in Sainsbury's for fresh groceries. Like, take away the pyjamas, that's 70, and I don't know where it's gone. So I also went with my dad. My dad, at the end, we went to different tills and he didn't have anything packed, and he said, how much do you think that trolley cost me? And in his trolley, he had like a tiny little jumper for my niece. He had some crunchy nut cornflakes. He had like a bit of fresh food, and 2 multi-packs of Walkers. And I said, well, judging by what I've just paid, probably about 50 quid for that little bit. £95? I'm absolutely shocked. I can't believe it. So we've been usually getting online deliveries from Asda so that, you can see the price as you're doing it. And they were only costing me £40, but I wanted some pyjamas because I do think Sainsbury's pyjamas are nice. I was flabbergasted, and I'm shocked. I can't believe how much it cost. So from now on, Sainsbury's, I'll only be buying pyjamas because your grocery prices are just absolutely, it's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know, people can't possibly be doing full shops in Sainsbury's because it must be crippling you. It's ridiculous.
All of this cost me £221. Make sure you go to Smithfield to get your meat because you will save more than half the money you would spend in a normal supermarket. 5 kilos of lamb mince, 3 kilos of lamb chop, 10 kilos of beef mince, and 15 kilos of chicken thighs. All of this will probably cost me well over £600 in a normal supermarket. So it's sealed, lamb, now it's time to do the rest of them. Smithfield do the best quality meat at an affordable price. Just get up early and go. So I'm done. The lamb has been packed. We've got the chicken thighs, we've got the beef mince. I'm hoping these lamb chops can go in, done double what I done last time. This is my protein for the next 3 months. Nice and neat. I've got a small freezer. I've got every single piece of meat in there. I read all your comments. Wash my hands first, because this is for the dickheads who like to find fault in anything. And if you find fault in this, then you are a dickhead. For dickhead 1, I'm going to spray the surface and leave it for a minute. Then I'm going to wipe it down. For dickhead 2, I'm going to hoover up so you can see that I've done this. And for dickhead number 3, taking my clothes off that I've used and I'm putting them in the washing machine. Even putting the cloth I used in the washing machine. Even my shirt. Is everything to your satisfaction? And for everyone else who wouldn't comment like that, take positives from this post. Don't look for negatives.
Not because she doesn't want to, but because of childcare. One day where she can work a full-time shift because someone can help her with her child on that day. The other day, childcare is 8:45 to 11:45 a.m. Meant to do in 3 hours. Try finding a job that fits 3-hour window. She doesn't drive, and that's the closest nursery to her. She takes up the one shift, tries to better herself. Council tax jumps from £29 a month to over £139 a month. For 10 hours where? Personal credit starts clawing back. Job centre then starts pushing her to do more fucking hours. Now, she's falling into council tax arrears. Not because she's reckless. She's refusing to work here. Because she's tried. How is she meant to do more hours with 3 hours of childcare? With no car, with no family nearby? This isn't support, this is fucking pressure. This country, they just squeeze you from both fucking sides until you break. This system, once you're broken, this system is broken. It's a fucking trap and it's trapping families. I'm too loud to be ignored. Hit follow, more chaos.
Hey guys, welcome back to Day of Life with Lewis, and in today's video I want to talk about the cost of living crisis in the UK. Now I can't explain how difficult it is as an individual living by himself trying to rent a property. It's so difficult. So I'm at this point in life where I'm thinking I need to find a different solution that's cheaper for me, you know, because I'm paying a lot of bills and I can't keep up. It's so bad that it needs to be mentioned again and again about the cost of living crisis, because it's hard out there. And you know, I understand what people are like and why they're frustrated, because it's a lot of money that they're spending, you know, council tax, etc. You know, the roads aren't being done. There's a lot of things, you know, that are really bad out there. And you know, for me, you know, I'm trying to get my life sorted where I can put savings aside and actually start growing as a person. But the thing is, it goes back to this where I might need a roommate to live my life. And that's the thing I keep saying, guys. You know, I'm out there to try and create friendships. I'm out there to try and find a relationship. But I haven't been on many dates, and I'm honest with myself with that. I'm a nice individual, I'm mature, and I find it's very difficult. I find it very difficult, and sometimes people see my message and they don't respond back. And I get, you know, this is life and this is the reality of social media nowadays, but you've got to jump back again to it and continue the conversation. But yeah, as well as that, guys, you know, I'm not a needy person. I'm not gonna rush into anything. You know, as I said before, and I keep mentioning again, I take things at a slow pace. And, you know, I come on my TikToks to get a little bit of anger out, because I think it's needed to be said that, you know, I can't afford a nice life. And there's other people out there that can't do the same either. But it's hard. And, you know, coming from a different place, different background, and try to settle in and try and create friendships, try to get things going. I can't explain. People think I have got something happening, but I haven't. Because I'm trying to turn it into something, but it's waiting for it. I'm not doing it for popularity, guys. Yes, I would love to get a lot of TikTok followers, but for the correct reason. That's why I'm trying to do what I do. And I put it out there for Aberdeen to see, because there would be nobody else out there that is doing all this hard work and dedication. It takes a lot, guys. It takes a lot out of me and a lot of energy. And I can't keep up. Sometimes I'm having to just live a life where it's just going to be silent. And that's not what I want. I wanted to try and improve it. You know, I think the biggest problem we are having in life is, you know, we're living like Americans, where we go to work, we come home, we spend it with family, we may go out on the weekend to have a couple of drinks, but we do it for the wrong reasons. We do it for, like, we need to have something that's better and upper class, as I would call it. It's not the way that life should be working, you know. I may not be all the popularity and, you know, you see me as what I am, an individual, hard-working, grafting, and, you know, just try to get something out there going. And I can't be more honest in my life and give up my time to do this for TikTok. But as I mentioned, I'm doing it for the correct reasons. And yeah, that's what I want to say.
You go to the East End and tell people that these people who can't actually afford to put food on their table, they're paying 41 grand for someone who's rocked up on a boat illegally. I mean, all of this is wrong. And yet successive governments have failed to deal with this. So going back to the biggest issue, and the issue people will vote on, is immigration. Right. Because when you have 38,000 people coming here illegally this year and 50,000 since Labour came to power, this is unfair. So you rock up in this country, you chuck your passport in the sea, you claim asylum, you get looked after, you get food and meals and taxis and Zumba dancing or whatever else you get.
PlayStation, all that.
All that. And then you say to people, well, for young people who are pregnant, there's no council housing. There's a hotel chain as well, which I won't name, but they essentially have racked up their prices because they have been block booked by the government to put in asylum seekers. Now, I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. There are other hotel chains, and I will name them. Premier Inn did not do that. And I think that's very creditworthy.
Yeah. How are Labour doing, honestly?
Well, I think even Labour know they're absolutely in trouble. You can see it. Keir Starmer, so the Prime Minister is meant to be the First Minister.
Okay, so it is that time of the week again. It's time for the weekly shop. It's a little bit late this week, obviously, because I've been down in Glasgow for a couple of days. So here we are, first stop, Tesco's, as always. Now, as I did the shopping early last week and later this week, I did need to buy quite a lot of stuff, but we thought we'd have a look at the Valentine's stuff first. And they've got loads of really pretty flowers in. We don't, like I've said before, we don't do much for Valentine's, but they do have some really nice flowers in, and I thought they were actually quite reasonable prices. Some of those sort of smaller bunches were about £5. I thought that was quite good. You can get a singular rose for like £2.50, but some of those little bunches were £5. I thought that was quite a reasonable price, but they do still have quite a lot of bits and pieces in, not as much as they did have before, although they do have more flowers. Anyway, this is where a bulk of my money goes every week. Toiletries and sanitary stuff costs a fortune. Anyway, I did think this little kit for Easter was quite cute. I didn't buy one, but I did think that was quite cute. Also, apparently, those 3 bits of cake serve 10. Now, either my portions are way out or theirs are. I'm not entirely sure. Also, condensed milk. Drizzle condensed milk. Now, I like condensed milk in things, but I'm not sure about drizzling it on things. And maybe it's just me. Anyway, this was everything we got in Tesco's this week. We did need quite a lot of stuff, as I said. Somehow they managed to get through 4 loaves of bread just in the 24 hours I was away. How that happened, I'm not entirely sure. It came to a total of £215, £24 and 3 pence off, £191.96 altogether. Next stop was Aldi. I didn't actually need very much in Aldi, but you know I like to go in and have a look and see what they've got, especially in the middle aisle. They do have a lot of Easter bits and pieces in, Easter bunnies, big chocolate Easter bunnies. The Easter lollies are always a hit with us. I usually buy those ones as well. They're like marshmallow lollies for Agnes because she can't have chocolate. Well, she can have dairy-free chocolate, but not chocolate. Anyway, no visit to Aldi is complete without a trip down the middle aisle, as I always say. There's not much there this week, though. There's a lot of random bits and pieces. Although, I said this last time about these coats. I've got a North Face coat and those coats feel just as thick. I am actually really impressed with the quality. I've not got one, but I thought the quality looked and felt really good for £20 especially. They've also got these little Valentine gonks still in, which are super, super cute. And you all know how I feel about my gonks. Did I buy one? No, I didn't. Should I have done? Probably, but I didn't. Anyway, that was everything we got in Aldi this week. Not very much, just some kitchen roll and some biscuits and bits and bobs. It came to £18.34. We also bought some bacon bits and pieces because Florence wants to do more bacon with Olivia this week. Last stop was Asda, as always, where they've got 2 for £8 on tins, which is actually quite a good deal for Heinz tins if you've got enough space to store them. We don't, unfortunately, so we just bought one. Also, a lot of tomatoes because I'm doing a tomato and basil soup this week. I'm not sure, but that looks like summer stuff to me. It is February. I know Easter stuff is out, but that's quite early. They've also got this deal on in Asda, dine for 2 for £12. I think it was like a main, a starter, 2 sides, a drink, a bottle of something, and a dessert, which I thought was actually quite good value. And apparently somebody else said the Co-op are doing it as well, but I'm not sure about any other supermarkets. Also, Asda, out of all of the supermarkets, I think personally does the best free from Easter and Christmas ranges for kids. Definitely for kids. You can't get Easter eggs for kids in many places that are free from, and Asda do quite a few. Anyway, that was everything that we got in Asda this week. It came to a total of, wait for it, £186.69, which in total comes to about £396. So there's all my shopping and Florence on top. She just thought she'd have a lie down on the shopping. I don't know why, but why not? Anyway, it came to about £28 per person this week.
This is absolutely criminal. A bag of M&M's, £9.87 in Asda right now. I mean, I know it's a share bag and all, but £9.87, that's a tenner for a bag of M&M's. I mean, that's absolutely criminal. You're under arrest. What in the red hot chili peppers? They've just made a Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Hot Honey's Crunchies breakfast limited edition. Who in the hell would want to eat this for breakfast? Who's going to wake up in the morning and go, do you know what I fancy? I fancy burning my tongue off in these hot honey crunchies. They're £2.50 in Asda, but I've never seen anything so ridiculous. Hot honey Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes. I have just found some value in Asda actually. Thick cut, look at that, 11-ounce rump steak. It is now £6. You're saving £2.54 on the rollback offer. So you're saving £2.54 on this thick cut, 11-ounce rump steak. Quite a lean bit of beef there as well. £6 in Asda. If you like your cheese, I found the deal of the week for you. Look at that in Asda right now. Cathedral City, mature cheddar, 2 for £5 or £3 each. That works out £2.50 each for this Cathedral City mature cheddar, 2 for £5 in Asda.
How are we all surviving these days? What is it that are you doing something to give yourself that little bit extra? Are you doing network marketing or MLM or anything like that? What are you doing to add on to make your life better? And if you're not doing any of those things, then please come and ask me for information on something you can do just to give you that wee bit extra every week. I joined this business about 4 or 5 months ago now, and before that I was doing network marketing and product sales, which was fine, but as we all know, product sales are quite a hard slog, and the companies are going downwards now because product sales are not really the way to go anymore. Everybody can get things so cheap on the high street and online and stuff like that, so that's kind of changing. So I joined something that isn't product sales, and I am getting paid every Thursday and once a month, so I get paid 5 times a month just now, and that is thankfully helping me get by. But if you're not doing something like this, you really need to ask for information. Pop it in the comments, say I'm ready, ask for info, do whatever you need to do. But yeah, like, how are you surviving? Because if I wasn't doing this, I don't think I could these days. It's so difficult.
Guys, I'm working back in the UK. I'm working night shift for a company. I won't say where or when, If you can see the planes taking. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I spoke to my sister and she told me that in the UK for our McDonald's it now costs for a Happy Meal £4.50. That is absolutely insane. We've come out on a Wednesday today as a family to eat out, and it was something that became unaffordable for us as a family of 5 to do in the UK. McDonald's would be like a little bit of an option because it's a cheap option, but the price has gone up high. We have come for a meal out today. I'm going to show you what we get and how much it costs. Salted chicken popcorn with rice, and it is about £2.40. She's wanting this. Look how it comes. So I'm going to order this for Bella, the price of the old Happy Meal in the UK. I found the girls are off to order. What are you ordering?
Chicken satay, chicken katsu curry.
Which is 15 ringgit, which is about £3, which is good, and you're getting the satays. Off you go then, girls. She's got her chopsticks, and there we go, that's Bella's meal, £2.40. Here we go, Scarlett's duck has arrived. Wow, so that's coming in at £3. Look at that duck, that looks good. You happy? Good. She's even got a soup as well. Taste test of the duck. Satays have arrived there. That is for everyone to share. So these satays for all of us are costing, to share out, is costing about £4, which is pretty good. 12 of these satays are £4, and they are the best satays I've ever tried. These are your favourite, aren't they?
Yes.
Give it a go. Yes, and you got your fries there as well. Here we go, dessert as well. We've got banana pancakes, 5 pancakes there, and that's costing a whopping £1.30 for dessert. Is that good? Midweek meal and all of that as a family, including drinks, which included a beer as well, was £19.50, which means it's actually affordable for us as a family of 5 to eat out midweek, rather than, I think a McDonald's in the UK costs more than that nowadays.
The middle class is dying. And here's why. There was a time when one salary could buy a home, it could raise a family, it could fund a comfortable retirement. But that life is gone, it is no more. House prices are through the roof. Interest rates are sky high, food, fuel, energy, everything's more expensive. But your wages have barely moved. The average person today is earning less than they were in real terms than they were 20 years ago. But here's the part that no one talks about. This isn't an accident. The middle class was never built to last. It was a temporary illusion of security because the system is designed to divide you. You either own assets, property, investments, businesses, and you build wealth, or you own nothing and you work for wages and you slowly fall behind. And right now they're making sure you stay in that second group. Home ownership's, you're getting priced out. Cost of living is rising faster than pay is, and taxes are up, pensions are vanishing, and the middle class was built on an affordable ownership. Now what is it? It's all renting, it's subscriptions, it's lifetime payments. They don't want you financially secure. They want you trapped, working, spending, paying taxes, repeating. Unless you break the cycle and start owning assets, you are not going to get ahead.
Man. Yeah, we've got bacon cob here, 193. Remember the sauce sachet? That just shows you the size of it. It is small. What's happened to this Dowie Egberts? 644. 339, 150 grams, it's not even big. Travelling Dad here, guys. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, please don't forget to drop us a follow, like and share the content, as it does help our page massively. Big love, Team TD. Bisto Graver, 380, not even the Bisto best. Jesus Christ. A lot of people ask me to look at the oil. Wow, these ain't even big. 433, 424, 873, 424. These ain't even big oils. What's happened to oil? Small can of Dove deodorant, 446. And no, it's not a big one, before anyone starts saying. How do people afford to shave? Jesus Christ. It's cheaper to go to the hairdressers. There we have it, Asda. Not all bad, a lot of cheap stuff in there. But you still got some of your main stuff that people have. Crap price. See you all again soon.
Here for a wee rant since it's been a while, right? Because I'm trying to not rant as much as on this as I normally, because I'm not all negative, I promise. But I thought we'd get the kids. Hello! Thought we would get the kids a wee McDonald's lunch for the end of half term. Oh my gosh, when did it get so expensive? It was like, we were £42 for like 5 double cheeseburgers. No, 5 fries, a share box of nuggies and a share box of mozzarella dippers. £42. Let's see if I can attach the picture on. Guys, you're not gonna be a minute. Forgot to mention that was with a discount as well. A discount, and it still came over £40.
If you work for a living, if you're carrying a mortgage, if you clock in early and you're watching your energy bills creep up, then this is probably for you. There's a lot of noise right now about scrapping the Equality Act and tearing up net zero. It's dressed up as bold, decisive, tough. But sounding tough and being useful aren't the same thing. The only question that matters is actually quite simple, and it's when you pull the levers, who actually pays? So if we take the temperature down a little bit and walk through what Reform are saying properly, the Equality Act 2010 isn't some abstract culture war trophy. It's the basic rule book that stops a boss edging you out because you're a bit old now. It stops someone being sidelined after maternity leave, your missus. It forces reasonable adjustments for disabled workers. You might have been injured at work, or you might be a veteran. It protects people from being treated differently because of their religion or background. Christianity too. It protects older lads staying in work longer because pensions don't stretch. None of us can afford it. It protects women on factory floors and in offices. It protects veterans who are carrying those injuries. And it protects apprentices who are just starting out. If you scrap it, you don't dent celebrities, you don't dent MPs, you shift all their leverage, the leverage of wealth, back to whoever signs the payslip. And when that leverage shifts, it rarely lands in favour of the person on the tools, let me tell you. Some people say, I've never needed it. Well, exactly, that's the point. It's like a seatbelt. You don't notice it when everything's fine. You notice it when something goes wrong, when it goes tits up. Now, net zero, that net zero target sits inside the Climate Change Act of 2008. It's not a slogan. It's the signal that tells investors to build power stations, upgrade the grid, finance nuclear, back offshore wind. It creates jobs. It's the spine holding the energy plan upright. Rip that up and markets don't cheer, they pause investment. Prices start wobbling, insurance costs edge up, flood resilience becomes more reactive instead of planned. energy markets fucking hate uncertainty. And when energy markets wobble, who feels it first? It's not hedge funds, it's not cabinet ministers, it's households, it's us. If your argument is that bills are too high, injecting instability into the energy framework doesn't make them cheaper. It makes them less predictable. It opens you up to being bent over by people like Trump, who's mad. You don't have to adore every green policy to understand that ripping up the framework mid-game makes things shakier, not stronger. This isn't rocket science, and none of you are thick. There's a pattern here. If you look at what reform does, they find a frustration that people feel, and they pick a big symbolic law and promise to scrap it, bin it, tear it up. But those systems, they aren't slogans, they're scaffolding, right? If you pull it down too quickly, you don't just remove the bits that you dislike, you destabilise the whole structure and open yourself up to a good slap from wealth. And people without savings, without buffers, without connections, they're the ones who feel that wobbling first. And the part that people don't like to talk about, they don't like to say it out loud, is the figures leading this charge aren't strangers to power. They've sat at the cabinet table. They've sat for years in the EU getting fat cap.
And I fought in the war. Everything's smaller, worse, and more expensive. They call it premium. Premium used to mean better. Now it means you're paying more for the same miserable rubbish. Packets shrinking. Prices growing. The only thing that's supersized is the bill. Look at this receipt. This used to be a shopping list. Now it's a hostage note. And shoppers keep paying it, muttering and sighing like it's the weather. It's not the weather. It's a rip-off with barcodes. At this rate, the only thing we'll be able to afford to eat is the receipt, and even that's probably gone up. Cheerio, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. For richer, or most likely poorer.